got my blade ground down to the outline, pretty good outline I think. It's time to start filing the edge right here, and what I've done is went ahead and marked the edge of where I want my beveled edge around here, and I've also marked and started the place where I want to separate the blade from the handle itself. The handle is going to be going about in that area here, so I want to make sure that I definitely etch this very good and very straight. And I think this is actually called the bolster between the blade, the blade edge and where the handle is going to begin right here. And the way I do that is use a mill grade standard file. You'll see I'll actually be using two files whenever I'm filing the edge here, a mill standard for intricate work and also for fine work, and a flat file to be used to take a lot of the steel off while I file. And I'll show you those when I start filing this. So let's go ahead, and you can see I've already started a little bit here and just kind of show you how I use my mill file to do that. And let's get this set up here, and I've got a clamp here that I'll use. First thing to do is always kind of get it on here really tight so it won't be shifting around, and I'll do that there. Tighten this up, and let's see if I can kind of focus in a little bit more on what I'll be doing here. And you can see the notch I'm already making right there. And again, I'm using this mill file to do that. And I don't know if you can see, that's just a mill file here. And what I do when I start this, I want to start against this edge here, and I put it at an angle. So I start, and I'll actually start very slow, and you always want to go in one direction with the file, and that's away from you. And as you keep filing, you just file against the mark that you've made, and you keep going. And I usually file it from the edge of the blade here all the way to the top edge here, and I'll get that indentation there, and I'll keep doing that. And once I get that established, then what I'm going to do is go to my flat file, and hopefully you can kind of see the flat file here. Let me get that in here. It's a flat file, and this will take a lot more material off, and I'll be filing the rest of the edge with that, and we'll go from there. And I'll have to reset this, and we'll start filing the edge. Okay, I have put my flat file on. I'm going to go ahead and file my edge here, start there. And again, the way that I have learned how to file this, actually watching my dad when I was a kid, and also on the videos on YouTube, is you always want to go in the same motion against you. If you pull it back, the actual cutting grooves in the file itself will close on itself, and it won't cut anymore. So let's just go for a while, and usually I'll start from the edge itself, and then I'll work my way to the top of the edge here, and go ahead and bevel that out. So start here. And you can already see the filings that is coming off from the steel. And again, I'm not filing at a great angle. I'm not putting a lot of pressure. I'm actually sitting on the stool, and I'm not standing up. So I'm going to try to go, go about halfway, and then clean up my mess, and then or vacuum the filings, and go ahead and do that. If you, I suggest you wear safety glasses to do this. You never know when you're going to get some metal in your eye. I'm not really using anything over my mouth and nose simply because I'm not really throwing a lot of dust up. It wouldn't be a bad idea, but I'm just not doing that right now. If I was sanding, oh, I would definitely have some nose and mouth protection on front. And I think that's about a 3/4 inch right there that I've got for this. I'm going to bevel out. Another thing that I do too is, like I said before, on the cutting edge of the blade right here, I've marked with a Sharpie the center of the thickness of the steel. So I'll use a flashlight here, like periodically, to take a look, just to make sure I'm not going beyond that line, because I definitely want the bevels on both sides of the blade here to be symmetrical. So let's just go ahead, do this for a few minutes, and then we'll take a look a little bit closer and kind of show you what I've got here. And you can actually see, you know, where I'm actually beveling into the blade, going up to the bolster here at the edge, and I'm going to keep my filing to that particular area. And I'm going to go ahead and file as far as I can the way the knife is held here, and then I'll just move everything around a little bit and continue to file until I file this section out. Again, this is not going to be my final filing. This is just to define where my edge will be on my knife. Alright, and I've got a little vacuum cleaner. Periodically, you know, I'll just vacuum all of this out, and I'll show you again when I'm getting closer to being done with the side. Okay, I have finished filing the edge, and you can kind of see from that picture I've actually filed up to the red mark there, and I've also done the other side also. So I've got that completed. And again, that is just the first file of the edge, just to make sure it's well defined. And if you can kind of look on the edge itself, you can kind of see the red mark there that's in between on the edge, on the cutting edge. And what I will do with that is probably keep filing a little bit until I have got some more of that taken off, and then that will be ready to heat treat to harden. The next thing I've got to do is mark the holes for my pins, and also mark the hole for my lanyard hole, and I'll go ahead and do that. And what I'll be doing is using my pattern for that, and I've got that right here. So I'm just going to put my pattern over this and just mark the holes there, my pin holes here and here, and my lanyard hole will be there. And I'll drill those holes, and as soon as I got those marked, I'll be back and we'll drill. Hello, this is Pops again, and I just wanted to add a little bit more on the filing of my blade. I took a look at the Sugar Creek Forge videos of Tim's when he was making his build-along knives, and one of the things that he taught and illustrated was having to use a file and drawing a file towards you. One of the things that I had mentioned earlier, the way I was filing was like this, always going in this direction, which is fine, it's away from me. But he also talked about pulling or drawing the file to you like this, and that way I could keep my bevel here level and straight, and it's actually worked fairly well. And just kind of illustrate that, if I'm going up to the start of the bevel, the little groove here, and pulling it away and pulling it back here, and you just kind of pull it. I'm not pressing down very hard, and you can actually see, hopefully on the video, you can see some of the filings coming off, and you can actually tell that the filing of the blade itself is symmetrical. And what I will do is do this on both sides several times, and I will keep taking a look at my edge where I'm going to be sharpening at, and making sure that the actually width of that edge is about like Tim illustrated. This is a 3x5 card. Fold it once, fold it twice, and it should be just about the width of the fold on this before you heat treat it to harden it. And that's what I'm doing. So I'm going to do both of these sides, and then when I get done, I'll kind of give you an idea of what it looks like.